Hey you, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today I wanted to share something very personal with you all. I wanted to talk about it in the past, but somehow I couldn't just get myself to sit down and talk about this experience. Maybe because this experience has been too painful for me and I was just not ready to revisit all those memories from the past. I am not sure whether I'm still ready to talk about it yet, but I wanted to talk about it because this experience is still very fresh in my memory. And as I grow older, I don't want to forget. So, as you're already aware from the title, I am someone who has faced betrayal in my relationship in the past. I was someone who was cheated on, and I can't say at this point whether it was just emotional cheating or physical cheating as well. Back when I was cheated on, I thought that that was emotional cheating, but at this point, I'm not so sure. I mean, who knows? Saying this, I don't really want to get into the details of how I was cheated on or what was done to me or what I did. I don't really want to dig into the past, but I wanted to talk about some things that I experienced as a result of being cheated on. So, this video is going to be about betrayal trauma, the trauma that I face on a daily basis. I am still learning how to navigate through it since it's very new for me. It will take me some time to navigate through that trauma, all the painful memories of the past that sometimes surface. It just gets hard sometimes. Sometimes even I don't know how to navigate through all the overwhelm that I feel because of the past pain. But it's something that I'm learning to live with. And while I learn to live with it, I wanted to share how it really is being betrayed. So right now I am not in contact with that person anymore or his family. But when I was in the relationship in the past, there was a point in our relationship where I had begun to feel that this guy is maybe cheating on me. And from that point onward, till my relationship ended, it was such a hell being in that relationship because I was the one who became very untrusting of my bond with my ex partner. I always doubted him, I always doubted myself, and it was just a phase full of so many doubts and confusion and questions. And those doubts and confusions and questions would just keep me on the edge all the time. It was like I was walking on this tightrope and at any point I could just fall. It was so exhausting, always having questions in my mind, always having doubts. It just sucked the life out of me. And honestly, I was a fool that I stayed in that relationship for so long, even after entering a phase where I was doubting our relationship. I feel that there was a part of me back then that wanted to make this relationship work anyhow. That is why I said that it felt like walking on a tightrope all the time, where I could fall anytime, because there was a part of me which was doubting everything, and also there was a part of me that wanted to make everything work and was putting all the effort nevertheless. So it was like I was in conflict with myself. It was really exhausting. It was really toll taking. And what made it even more toll taking was that I didn't really get any clarity from my ex partner on that matter. Although that guy always told me that he is not cheating on me or he is not emotionally involved with anyone else, a part of me just couldn't believe that. There was this intuition in me that was telling me all the time that this is not the guy for you. No matter how hard you work on the relationship, this is not the guy for you. This guy is into someone else. He's not into you. He doesn't love you anymore. And I was just not ready to believe my intuition at that time. I thought that my intuition is just another doubt of mine, and that is why I did not really listen to my intuition. But I should have. If I would have listened to my intuition, I would have saved myself and that guy a lot of pain. While I was in the relationship, I really lost touch with all my hobbies, everything that I used to enjoy, even the kind of music that I used to enjoy. You must have seen my video on stargazing. I really used to enjoy that a lot. I just lost touch with that. I really used to sketch and paint. I lost touch with that too. I completely lost interest from my job, from my work. I was so unmotivated to work and to progress in life because all my energy was going into resolving that conflict in myself. All my energy was going into answering the questions that my mind was bringing up about our relationship, trying to resolve conflict, trying to console myself that everything is fine, he's not cheating, even though you feel he's cheating, he's not cheating. All my energy would go into all that, and that just made me feel so lost as a person. You know what I mean? Like, once you stop enjoying everything and are just not excited by anything anymore, you're not excited by the things that used to excite you, it just makes you wonder whether you're even yourself anymore. Who are you turning into? So all of that really made me lose touch with myself. And once I started losing touch with myself, I started facing this identity crisis. I did not really know who I was anymore. What was I trying to do in the relationship? It seemed as if I was putting all my efforts, all my energy into the relationship, but nothing was working, and that just made me doubt myself even more. At a point, I just thought that I am completely losing my mind. I am losing touch with myself. I am losing touch with my family. I am unmotivated to work. I am really unmotivated to grow. I don't have any goals in life. All I want in life is to resolve this conflict that I'm having in my relationship and somehow making my relationship work. I'll be very honest with you. I was leaving everything and everyone in my life. I was losing contact with all my friends. I was constantly in conflict with my family, just to be with this guy and resolve conflict with this guy and have a relationship and be accepted by this guy. It's a very embarrassing truth to admit. I am really embarrassed about doing all of that. But this is something that really happened with me. And if you're someone who is also dealing with this kind of situation where all your energy is going into resolving conflict with your partner or resolving conflict within yourself about your relationship, because of which you are losing your own life, you're not paranoid. You're not at all paranoid, and this is coming from someone who was in that exact situation and was thinking that she was paranoid. But she was not. I was not paranoid for thinking about this because later that guy admitted that he was talking to someone else while he was with me. So while I was anticipating all of that, I was not wrong after all. My intuition was not wrong. And your intuition will never betray you. So if you're having this really strong feeling that something is fishy about the relationship, there probably is something fishy about the relationship. Another thing that I was facing that I had never faced before in my life was insecurities. Oh my god. I was so insecure of all the women that he used to interact with because I always used to feel that, oh, they're so pretty. Maybe he sees that these women are so pretty and I am so ugly, and that really, really gnarly feeling of jealousy always used to creep in, especially about this one particular woman that he was very affectionate with. He was a really good friend of hers, and I was just so jealous of the way she used to look, the way she used to act. And I always used to like stalk her on social media along with some other women, because at that point I started relating my ex-partner with all different kinds of women because I did not trust him anymore. I was trying to deal with it the best way I knew, and I was made to feel like a villain all the time whenever I tried to confront my ex-partner about it. I always felt like I'm the villain and I'm doing something wrong, or I'm, choking him with my questions. And all of that was so overwhelming for me. It was like really tiring. It was really tiring on the mind. I think I was able to hold on to my relationship for more than a year like this, where I was in that phase of doubt and I was facing a lot of insecurities and stuff like that. So I was able to carry all those emotions with me for more than a year. After a certain point of time, I was just so tired and so exhausted of carrying all these feelings with me, trying to make everything work, that I actually changed towns to get out of my relationship. Yeah, you heard it right. That is what I had to do. I literally had to change towns. I literally had to move away from my hometown and change my city to not deal with all of that anymore. Since we used to live in the same area, there were many parts of town that used to remind me of him. And I was too fragile during that time that I did not want to be reminded of him or anything remotely related to him anymore. So I had to change towns. I thought that this would be a good move because at that point I was in the middle of changing jobs as well. I just wanted to shift my mind from all of that was going on and focus somewhere else for a while. But even if you move towns or even if you change cities or countries for that matter, you cannot change one thing, and that is your mind. Whatever is there in your mind will be there in your mind even though you change countries. So all that self-doubt and self-hatred and insecurities and jealousy, everything was still there. Even though I changed cities, nothing had really changed for me. I think that I am dealing with the PTSD of it. Whenever I go to sleep, I still get nightmares of him cheating on me, or those women haunting me, or really bizarre nightmares about him or the women that he was associated with. I still cry for no reason sometimes. Sometimes, even though I don't really want to revisit those memories, sometimes they just resurface. They just get triggered because of a very unrelated conversation that I'm having with someone, and that person may say something or may do something that may trigger a memory from the past, and that just resurfaces everything, and that just makes it really overwhelming. And the only way I know to let that overwhelm out is to cry. Sometimes I can't even cry because I'm in public or with someone, and when I'm feeling all those emotions, I don't know what to do about it because I don't want to let the other person know that I'm dealing with heartbreak. I always question myself whether I will ever be able to trust anyone. Um, and the answer that I get from myself is that no, I don't think that I would be able to, because I trusted someone and they broke me. They did something that I never expected them to do. So, yeah, there goes my trust from other people. Not that I won't be making any new friends. I can always make new friends, but whenever it comes to choosing a life partner, would I ever be able to trust anyone? And the answer that I tell myself is that no, not right now. I won't be able to trust anyone right now, because I am too fragile right now to deal with another heartbreak. So yeah, there's that. Even though that relationship is over, I still ask myself, what did I do wrong? And while I was in the relationship, I admit that I made a lot of mistakes, and that guy also made many mistakes. We all make mistakes. We are all human. We are all learning as we are in that experience. But were those mistakes that I made too big of mistakes that I had to have this kind of consequence in life where I won't be able to trust anyone anymore? Did I really deserve being cheated on? I don't know, and I still keep asking myself because I don't really know. I don't know what I did to deserve this emotional abuse from someone, even though all I ever wanted was to make that person happy and build something really beautiful with that person. All I ever wanted was that, but um, I don't know what wrong I did to deserve that emotional abuse. So yeah, that is a question that I still keep asking myself. What did I do wrong? Some things that I am trying to work through is not being jealous of other people and not being insecure of myself. Before I entered my previous relationship, I was pretty secure of myself, but now that I have exited that relationship, I have exited with a lot of insecurities in myself, and I'm trying to work through those insecurities. I always feel that I don't look good enough, or I'm not good enough at something, or I need approvals for about whatever I do. That part has still stuck with me, and this is something that I'm still trying to work through. I somehow think that even though the relationship is over, the chokehold that it has had on me is still there. It's still there. So that is what it really feels like. It feels like even though the relationship is over, the relationship still has a chokehold on you and it's not letting you breathe. It's not letting you be. That is what I feel on a daily basis. I always feel that I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing something that I should be doing, or I'm not better at this. I should be better. I should have a better physique. I should have better skin. I should look better. I should have better hair because that woman had better hair. That woman had better style. She had grace, she had charm, and I did not have any of that, and I need to have all of that. That is the chokehold that these insecurities will have on you. These insecurities will not let you be, they will not let you breathe. And that is what I feel like every day. I feel like I am choked up from my insecurities, and it's something that I'm trying to work through right now. Another thing that I'm experiencing as a result of being cheated on is being the best at whatever I'm currently doing. And maybe this is turning out to be bittersweet. Bitter because now I cannot seem to rest anymore. Now it's like I need to prove to myself that I'm good enough. So there's no time to rest anymore. And sweet because all the hard work that I'm doing, it's paying off in some way or the other. It's like a double-edged sword at this point. I guess I'm trying to make the best of whatever has happened with me in the past. So, all the pain, all the emotional turmoil and trauma that I experienced, I just don't want it to go to waste. I want to take that as a lesson in my life. I want to take all of that as an inspiration to be creative, be hardworking, and be the best version of myself that I could ever be. I mean, that is the only way I know how to navigate through all this and try to make sense of all of it in the end. That's the only way I know. If you're someone who has also been cheated on, all I can say to you is that I know, I do know how it feels like. I understand how emotionally scarring it can be, how excruciatingly painful it can be, and how it can traumatize you after you go through it. I do know how it feels like. You are not alone in this. Although there are a lot of questions still that remain in my life that I haven't found the answers to yet. And maybe in the future I will. All I can be is hopeful. I'm not expecting to find all the answers, but maybe the answers that are important. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching if you watched till the end. I usually don't do this a lot. I find it really hard opening up to people like this. I know I got a little emotional back there, but I'm glad that I could open up to you. And if you watched till the end, I am so grateful for you for hearing my story and letting me open up to you. So, thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Till then, take care.